Welcome back, everyone, to Highlighted in All Sports Culture podcast. Me, Sam, Sully. We are back with another episode. Lots happened this week in the NFL world. We're going to dive into it, whether that be Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, today with the Deshaun Watson news, all of that, and a little bit more is going to be covered in this episode. But I think we should definitely start with Sam's quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, because it was announced. I don't know the exact day. If I can try and get it right here.
Is it Tuesday?
It was
3
Tuesday.
days ago on Tuesday, he signed. Well, it was reported he signed the 4-year, $200 million, but then he went on Twitter and basically shot that down and was like, "That's not true. That wasn't the contract," which would have made him the highest paid QB ever, which would have been crazy. But he did confirm he is back with Green Bay next year. A lot of question marks regarding Aaron Rodgers after the loss to San Francisco, whether he would retire, whether he would come back to Green Bay, go to a different team like Denver. He ultimately has decided to go back to Green Bay. Sam's obviously excited about this. If you want to just hop in, talk about it. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've talked about this many times. I thought a couple months ago that retirement was definitely a possibility. But as time has kind of gone on, the likelihood that he'd go back to Green Bay remained more and more of a realistic scenario, and it definitely and now has happened. So he is back in Green Bay. What are the initial thoughts, boys?
Well, kind of referring to a pod previously where me and Kurt did the QB carousel, and we talked about Aaron Rodgers. I said I thought he's coming back, and I also said in that podcast that my opinion on the whole situation has changed a bit. Since the San Francisco loss, obviously right after the San Francisco loss, we recorded that literally the day after it happened. And obviously I'm fucking pissed and I'm like, trade the whole team, rebuild, yada, yada, yada. You got to realize, you have a 2-time back-to-back MVP, 4-time MVP. You have arguably the most talented quarterback in the history of the NFL. And you don't just let that go. You just don't let that go. You try everything you can to keep them in-house, and you do everything you can to win a Super Bowl with them, because the likelihood that you get another quarterback that matches that quarterback's output is slim to none. The Packers hit gold by doing that between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think that's ever going to be repeated. We saw it with Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck, which almost could have happened. It could have came to fruition if Andrew Luck had protection for his career and was actually was healthy. But I don't think a thing like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers is going to be repeated anytime soon. And that's really the case. I mean, you saw this past year and a half since the Aaron Rodgers saga began, Green Bay has basically bent over backwards and done everything Aaron Rodgers has wanted since then. And they have tried at their very best to mend this relationship the best they could. And I thought it was pretty obvious he was going to come back. Once late into the season, he was talking about how he was very thankful to the organization and how the organization has been taking new steps to change and also mend the relationship with him. And he spoke very highly of literally everyone as a part of the organization during his MVP speech. It just kind of was seeming like he was coming back. And I was really of the opinion that he's Green Bay or he's retiring. So obviously he's coming back. I said he wouldn't retire the same offseason as Tom Brady. That's true. Completely true. As for the contract thing, it's Pat McAfee reported the initial him coming back. And in that tweet, it said a cap-friendly deal is on the way. So he's still going to sign a new contract. We're just waiting on it. And we know it's a true fact that he will sign a new contract because his source says, aka Aaron Rodgers, told him that. So we know a new contract is on the way because Aaron Rodgers himself said that. So it's not just going to be a one-year deal. I think him saying in his tweet that he's going to be back next year is basically him saying, I'm still thinking about retirement next year. I think he ultimately is finishing his career with Green Bay at this point. This was the offseason that I feel like he would have made a switch in a team if he were going to do something. And obviously that did not happen. So I think Green Bay is fully committed to him and they're going to make hopefully do the best they can to win a Super Bowl. Obviously, they just franchise tag Devontae Adams. So that was an obvious no-brainer no matter what happened with Aaron Rodgers. But the last thing I will say on this is how I talked about how rare it is to have a quarterback of Aaron Rodgers' caliber. We saw this similarly with another quarterback we will talk about soon in this podcast with Russell Wilson. Whenever you're trading a top 5 quarterback, the team that is trading away the top 5 quarterback always loses the trade. They always lose the trade. You cannot change my mind on that. And if you're in a position where you are losing the top tier quarterback, you lose automatically because you're getting rid of someone that you likely have a very low percentage chance of replicating. And that's really what happened with Seattle, which we will get into later. But that's kind of how I feel about Green Bay trying their best to keep Aaron Rodgers around. And that was how my opinion changed over time. And I'm very happy he's back. I love Aaron Rodgers. And he's the GOAT. Pretty plain and simple.
All right. Well, that's not accurate.
I know. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but you know what I mean. I got to say it for the brand.
Yeah, but I don't have much thoughts. You kind of said everything. I kind of thought he'd be back. Obviously, Rodgers loves attention. We all know that. He throws in his fucking, little statements that he says, and whether it's his MVP speech or after the 49ers game, kind of the ambiguous statements to sound like, oh, maybe he is going to leave or he's going to retire. But I did think that he would stay with the Packers. It just makes too much sense. The team is very good. Like it's not just Rodgers. Like the team is good. They may have had their shortcomings, a lot of them. But you take out the special teams mistakes that they make, which this might be coming from someone who doesn't, I'm not on a football team, so this might be like a stupid statement. But in my opinion, special teams is the easiest thing to fix in the NFL when it comes to anything. I mean, offense, defense, special teams, what's easiest? It's special teams by 1 billion%, and it's not even close. And that's really what the downfall of the Packers were. If they didn't have that blocked punt, if they didn't have, the blocked field goal, it was a blocked field goal, right?
Yeah, and then the block punt was the one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they don't have those, they win that game. And in my opinion, I said it on the podcast after we talked when they lost, or whatever that was. They win. They beat any other team in the NFL, in my opinion, on a game there is not 5 inches of snow on the ground and it's minus 20 degrees. Now, that's part of the competitive advantage that Lambeau has, and the Packers can play in that, and they're good in that usually. And obviously they did make some mistakes, but if you throw them in SoFi Stadium, even though that doesn't make sense, because if you put them against the Bengals, they fucking wipe the floor with the Bengals, in my opinion. They're better than the Rams. That's my opinion.
Please stop reminding me of this.
Exactly. So basically what my final point is, it makes sense that Rodgers is coming back. He's going to try to win another Super Bowl. And there's really no other better team that he can go to, that he can jump in and be extremely comfortable in right away, know the system. It just makes too much sense at the end of his career. He's got 2 or 3 years left, probably, even if he signs the new deal. Realistically, he could probably play for 5 more years, but it just makes sense for him to stay. They already have the roster. The system is in place. Coaching's great. I think it made sense that he came back.
Yeah, I think Sam kind of said it a while back, and it's always kind of just had that thought in my head where you really think about it. Like Aaron Rodgers, in the past, he's talked about how he wants to have a better situation organizationally. Like he was upset with the organization, but you looked at the team's rosters and there weren't many teams out there that was better than Green Bay's. I mean, maybe Denver's, just because they're missing that QB spot, but I think a lot of other people would still take Green Bay in that scenario. So I get it from Aaron Rodgers' standpoint, coming back, and obviously Green Bay wants a top 2 quarterback in the league, but to kind of go off what you were saying, I really kind of disagree with your whole standpoint on I feel like you are just saying if he gets to that San Francisco game, they run the table. We're just playing a bunch of what ifs, which is what we've done with Aaron Rodgers for so many years.
That's all you can do in sports, man. It's always a what if.
Okay, yeah. But
we hate what ifs on this podcast.
Basically what I'm saying, I'm not saying that you should say Rodgers won the Super Bowl or anything. I'm saying it makes sense that he wants to come back to the Packers because if they get through that game, he knows that them losing that game, obviously it's a what if, of course. That's kind of what we do. We do what ifs. But Rodgers knows that was if you ask him straight up and like he's not doing some PR publicity bullshit, like if Pat McAfee asked him behind closed doors and be like, what'd you think of that game? He would tell you that was fucking bullshit. The fact that it was like minus 20 degrees, there was snow. I understand that's Lambeau and he's played there his entire career, but that is not like, it's just not, I don't even know. I sound stupid for saying that's not like a fair football game, but if they play in a fucking dome, the Packers win that game by 3 scores, dude. They're a better team. The Packers are a better team than the 49ers. I don't care what anyone says.
Let me help your case. Let's take a look at why he came back.
My cases never need help.
Let's take a look at why he came back. Hey guys,
I never said he shouldn't come back. I'm just
who are the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFC right now? Who are they?
Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones,
it's Aaron
Carson
Rodgers.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. Aaron Rodgers, okay. Matt
Dak
Stafford
Prescott.
and Dak, okay. After those 3,
Actually,
who is there?
Kyler's better than Dak.
Yeah, but now let's take a look at the teams. Who are like the Super Bowl contenders in the NFC? The Packers, the Rams,
The Washington Commanders, the New York Football Giants.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, my point is the NFC is so crap. Him going to the AFC never made sense. Just basically, like, obviously with the AFC West, even we'll get to that in the next topic.
I just don't even know what are we arguing though. We all agree on this. My whole thing was just like we can't be saying a bunch of like
no.
What ifs on Aaron
I agree.
Rodgers.
That was just for my reasoning of why he's coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't saying like we should
count
count Rodgers as having a Super Bowl or anything.
I didn't say you did.
Yeah, but that's the way you made it sound.
No,
sorry if it did.
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
The point I'm making is that the NFC is horrible, and it just never made sense for him to go back, or to not to go back, to him to change teams. I do think that I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about Jordan Love and what happens here, because I'm fully convinced Aaron Rodgers is going to retire Packer now. And there's a lot of speculation on if Jordan Love will get traded now. I don't really think he will. Reason being is I still think they're going to keep him as insurance just in case Aaron does retire next year, for example. They'll just kind of keep him in the wings. And I really don't know what team is going to trade for Jordan Love at this point. And I don't think the Packers would trade him for anything less than a 2nd round pick. So, I just feel like this was kind of an easy decision for Rodgers. And I feel like he knew his decision pretty early on in the process. I mean, they hired his old quarterbacks coach in like early February. They said he had a big decision on that. He's not coming out of retirement. That quarterbacks coach is not coming out of retirement if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing in Green Bay. So it's kind of pretty simple when you put it like that. And we'll see how long he keeps play for. How long do you guys think he keeps playing for? Just a quick question.
2 years.
I give him 2 to 3 years. And he probably retires.
Yeah, hopefully our cap isn't fucking $80 gazillion under. We already are having hell right now.
They just had cap every year, though. Don't worry about it, man. They just had you want $35 million.
Who cares? All right. Aaron Rodgers, thank you for coming back. I love you. Big hug.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
I can't wait for you when you're at 5th MVP this year. So
and lose in the playoffs.
We don't. I'm used to it already, so can't be hurt more than I already am.
Yeah, Rodgers is back. And speaking of a quarterback that actually went to Denver, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got traded to the Denver Broncos from the Seattle Seahawks. Crazy move. Kind of happened right after the whole Rodgers thing happened on the same day, which was a big, crazy NFL sports day. So it was crazy that we got that day. But like I said, Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco. I don't have, what is it? Noah Fant, Drew Lock. I got it. Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Drew Lock, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick. That is what the Seahawks got in return. It's obviously a big haul, but like we've talked about on this podcast, when you're getting a top, whatever it is, easily top 10, but you go into the top 7, whatever. He's an elite quarterback. And when you trade for an elite quarterback, you're always going to get a lot in return. Seattle is in a position right now to where it looks like, I guess they are. I mean, we'll talk about it with Bobby Wagner maybe later, but obviously those two guys, they're gone. It seems like they're just kind of just going over that rebuilding state. And it looks like, I don't want to say they picked Carroll over Wilson, but it's interesting to see that they still have Pete Carroll as the head coach. So
Gross.
What do we make of this trade?
Yeah, no, I like it. I think people are, underrating Russell Wilson, in my opinion, because he was hurt last year. I feel like that happens a lot when players get hurt. You don't really see them perform. We still know how good he is. The people that know what they're, because obviously we all know exactly what we're talking about when it comes to the NFL. So we know how good Russell Wilson is. And we know that the Denver roster is very, very good. And they kind of just needed that quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is never really going to, raise your ceiling too much. Drew Lock sucks. And Russell Wilson can win you games, not by himself. I'm pretty much by himself. He's an elite quarterback. And they have weapons on that team. They're set. They're good. I like the Broncos, but at the end of the day, it's interesting because that is such a good division that it's I don't even think the Broncos are really they're not going to win the division, in my opinion. And you spend Sam said, the team that gets the elite quarterback always wins the trade. Now, 3 years from now, are we going to be looking at a team that just never really won a division? They might get third place in this division for 3 years in a row. It's very possible.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they will, just because, I mean, Russell Wilson and that team is so talented. I agree, though. When you have Patrick Mahomes right there, you're obviously they're going to be favored every single year. And now with the Chargers, which
I think I'm overrating the Chargers a little bit, though. I do like the Broncos are better. Hey,
we'll get to the Chargers.
I think the Chargers are going to be. I think the Chargers are going to finish higher than the Denver. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But this Denver team, like you said, scenario comes in a couple of years from now, because Russell Wilson wanted to go to Denver. That was pretty obvious. He stated that. I can't remember the initial report that stated that, but he said he wanted and he picked Denver. So it's going to be interesting to see in however many years he's there in such a tough division, because even though Vegas, I think we're all assuming, is easily that fourth best team in the division, they could potentially make noise. I mean, Derek Carr and company, they're still a very solid team. So anything could shape up in that division. So we're looking at, like you said, a couple years from now, they're not finishing in the top 2. They don't win the division. How's Russell Wilson going to kind of go about that whole situation? Is he going to stay in Denver? Is he going to want to go to a new situation? It's all up in the air.
Well, apparently Russell Wilson wanted to get paid $50 million a year, and Seattle's like, nope. Well, and I think Seattle's stupid.
Would you pay Russell Wilson $50 million?
Hell fucking yeah, I would. Russell Wilson.
The thing about the QBs is when you have the best. Russell Wilson is in the conversation for best QBs in the league. There's a group of QBs. He's in there, in my opinion. Obviously, if you were talking elite of the elite, there's 2. But best QBs is around 5. He's around there. Every 2 or 3 years, it's going to be a bigger contract, just the way the NFL works. Exactly. Russell Wilson's going to have to get his money eventually. He will have his year or 2 as the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and he should.
Exactly. It's I'm so over people complaining about top tier quarterbacks getting elite money, because that's where your contract should go. That's where your salary cap should be prioritized. I mean, Russell Wilson isn't we had him in the great tier on our QB tier list, but we all agreed he was the top of that tier. He was close to elite. And had he played the whole season last year, he could have been in it. But we've seen Russell Wilson always have an elite top number 1 quarterback season in the first half of the season that he falls off. That's just his MO. But we'll see how he does with Denver. I think this is a great trade for the Broncos. They finally get their quarterback after being in quarterback purgatory for fucking 7 years. I think they've had a different starting quarterback for the past 7 years. And all of them have just been not good. They've been rough outings, but Russell Wilson, I mean, this is a great trade for the Broncos. I mean, whatever you're getting, I said it before, when you're getting the top tier quarterback, you win. You just automatically win because you are getting the guy that will automatically put you into contention. Because we all agree on this podcast, if you don't have a top tier quarterback, you're probably not winning a Super Bowl. It's just so vital in this NFL's day and age. It's not like the 80s where you have these random ass guys that are plumbers in 10 days in this league winning Super Bowls. It's not like that. Nowadays, you need to have a top tier quarterback to win it. You need to have that in order to win the league. And Denver's like, fuck it, let's go for it. And even though the AFC West is going to be an absolute bloodbath, a dogfight in every single one of these games that these teams have against each other are going to be prime time, which is going to be awesome, by the way. Sadly, on ESPN, it'll be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman and not Joe Buck and someone awesome. But we got to have this division. This is the best division in football easily. And I want to switch over to Seattle really quick because we all agree Denver did great here. Seattle, I said it before, if you're trading away the top tier quarterback, you're losing the trade automatically. I said it with Aaron Rodgers. If the Packers would have traded him, I'm going to say it again with Russell Wilson. With how Russell Wilson's situation was handled, with how Aaron Rodgers' situation was handled, completely different. It's completely different. I mean, the Packers pissed off Aaron Rodgers. They mended it over time, and they pissed him off in a different way. They drafted his replacement, and then he won 2 MVPs right in a row. So it makes the decision a little bit easier, obviously. But with Russell Wilson, they pissed him off with how the style they were playing and Pete Carroll, and then also the failure of draft picks. Also, we got to talk about Seattle. Seattle's got to do a big overhaul about how they draft because their draft picks in the first round the past couple of years have been awful. And then obviously with that him wanting a new contract, they're not willing to pay him. It's just like they didn't try and mend anything. It kind of just seemed like they gave up and just let him go. And they were like, okay, we'll trade you, whatever. And it's just kind of like, what are you doing? What's the point? If you're not you're a good team when he's playing. I've always thought Pete Carroll, I can't believe they picked Pete Carroll and John Schneider over Russell Wilson. That's kind of my MO here. And we'll see if they end up trying to get Deshaun Watson. It's sounding like they're going to be in on the sweepstakes. If they get Deshaun Watson, then that changes their whole outlook. But next year, man, the Seattle Seahawks are going to be bad. They're going to be a bad team. And reason being is because they traded the only reason they were good in the first place. And yeah, good job, Broncos. If you guys had, I'm interested to see how this affects the Raiders as well, because this could make the Raiders change their direction maybe a little bit. I'm seeing smoke about Derek Carr of the Colts. I don't know if that's real or anything like that.
I would love that.
I would love that too. Maybe they got new management in there. I mean, it could happen. You never know. The NFL has been a wild place over the past few days, so we'll see how it unfolds. And
one final note on the Seahawks. They Bobby Wagner obviously just released.
Yes.
They didn't even tell him that he was released. Apparently, he tweeted out that he found out from someone else. He didn't say. He said he didn't find out from them. So I'm assuming it was either a tweet or someone texted him that wasn't from the organization. Which is like, I think people overlook it. They read that and they're like, oh, that's not good. That's not classy, whatever. And then they overlook it. I think it's really, really bad. Because players see that. That's not something that people overlook, especially let's say if you were Kurt, let's say you work for a company, right? You work for, Hertz rental car, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's your dream job, so that's why I picked it.
Yeah.
So let's say your coworker is laid off, but your boss didn't tell your coworker. He saw it on a tweet. Someone tweeted it. Someone said, "Oh, Larry at rental car got laid off."
About Hertz. I mean,
yeah. But wouldn't you just be like, "That's kind of messed up"? Like my boss didn't even tell me that. It might be you're saying my boss isn't going to come to me and tell me that I'm fired. I got to find it from somewhere else. Yeah. Now the person that's at dollar car rental, they're not going to be like, "I want to go work for Hertz." That boss sounds like he's good. It's the same thing in the NFL. The players from the other team that are free agents, they're looking at Seattle. They're not going to be like, that's a good organization right there. No, they're going to be like, fuck that. I don't want to work for them. So yeah, that's just really bad. It's so simple too. It's just call the guy, especially since he won you Super Bowls and he's been an all pro for like 5 years. Like, that's weird.
8 years.
But
the dude's been ridiculous his whole career. Like,
I don't know.
I've been so critical of Seattle the past few years since we've started this podcast. I've always been, what the fuck is Pete Carroll doing? Their draft history is awful. It's just Russell Wilson has been the reason this team has been good. And they finally have one season where Russell Wilson isn't there half the year because he gets hurt. They see that they're terrible without him. He comes back. They start going on a run. Oh, who would have thought? And then voila, they trade him in the offseason. It's just like, you should realize where you're at. And I mean, look at your division. Like, I'm not saying the Seahawks would have been Super Bowl contenders next year, but if they would have hit on this offseason, they could have been at the top of this division. I mean, we all know the Rams would have won the division probably, but the Cardinals, they kind of look like a little bit of a mess. And then the Niners, they're going to have a new starting quarterback next year. We don't know how Trey Lance is going to be. So Seattle could have saw an opportunity.
Are they going to have a new starting quarterback?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Okay, Sully, you can say that. I'm sorry. But the thing is, like, Seattle could have done something next year. I'm not saying that they would have been a Super Bowl contender. They definitely would have been in playoff contention, though. And they traded away the only reason they were good in the first place. And it's really just surprising to see them do this. And I also had another point in my mind about Seattle that I just completely forgot.
That's okay.
But this team has just been I've been so critical of this team over the past few years, and it's just like, what are you doing? And it's just like, I don't know.
It's like, what are you doing, step bro? Right?
Yeah. I'm stuck. And
that's exactly
Russell Wilson was stuck. And then they just, yeah. I'm not going to go into further detail.
Yeah, don't.
There's a bunch of videos that emulate that detail.
Yeah.
But
you do your own research.
Seattle is, yeah, I mean, they're nothing without Russ, and dumb, really dumb.
I agree. And obviously so many people for however many years have we've seen in the past, they predict kind of their downfall and it never really seemed to happen. And I think, like you said, a focal point and big reason was just because solely of Russell Wilson. Now that he's not here, it's pretty obvious that.
Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
Sam?
Keep going. Finish your thought.
I was just going to say it's probably going to happen this year without him. So
the other thing I wanted to bring up is Seattle traded a little bit less for Jamal Adams than what they got for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they suck.
That is all I'm going to say. That Jamal Adams trade is going to go down as one of the worst trades ever.
We should have made a graphic with that side by side.
We should have. We still can. We still can.
No.
I mean, that trade has been one of the worst things ever. It's been such a disaster. And we'll talk about another trade that ended up being a disaster very shortly. But yeah.
How about we talk about it right now?
Yeah, that Jamal Adams trade was
Is that the Carson Wentz trade? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, for Indianapolis. Not this new one. The new one is great for Indianapolis. The one they made last year has turned out to be a disaster. For Wentz.
Yeah.
They traded a first for him. And he played a year, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think people are overreacting. Like,
it's a first-round pick.
I know, but it comes down like Frank Reich's like apologizing, and it's like this all like, out in the public kind of thing. Like Wentz, he had a collapse at the end of the season. Like, it was bad. They should have made the playoffs. They had a 97% chance to make the playoffs. They didn't make it. They ended up losing to the Jaguars, worst team in the league. Really, really bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But at the end of the day, I know the full NFL season is 17 games, but for most of those games, Carson Wentz was pretty solid quarterback. Like, I don't know. I think he's getting a little bit too much hate.
The thing is, Sully.
I don't know why I defend Carson Wentz so much, by the way.
I don't know. You do it a lot.
I know.
In the same offseason last year that they traded for Carson Wentz, they passed on Matthew Stafford to get Carson Wentz. Frank Reich was Carson Wentz's number one backer. He's given up on him completely. Carson Wentz has no faith is left in Carson Wentz, even by his biggest backer. That's why this trade for Washington is just completely dumbfounding to me. We'll let Kurt kind of iron that part out. But for the Colts, I mean, they trade that first round pick for Carson Wentz. They don't get Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford goes on to win a Super Bowl with the Rams. And now in this offseason, we already have quarterback movement with Russell Wilson. We're now seeing Deshaun Watson become available. He wouldn't have gotten traded to the Colts, but you get what I'm saying. They could have used that first round pick now to get themselves an elite quarterback in this year. It's just like that trade has become a travesty. It's just been bad. It was a failure. No other way to put it. They didn't make the playoffs because of Wentz. I mean, he had a late season collapse. He was solid for most of the year, though. I will give him that. But the team lost faith in him. He collapsed. They didn't make the playoffs. They lost the first round pick because of it. And now it's looking like they're just going to get Jimmy G and they'll just be an okay team that'll make the playoffs, but not do anything.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think Indianapolis is going to end up with Jimmy G. So I still think a lot of people think Jimmy G is an upgrade over Carson Wentz. So in Indianapolis's eyes, still is going to be an upgrade. But with Indianapolis, I give a lot of credit to the Eagles and Howie Roseman and how he flipped Carson Wentz and the ability to just get so many draft picks and look at his value now. Obviously, Washington, the Commanders traded 2 third round picks as opposed to that first round pick that he got last year. So like you said, the value with Carson Wentz has plummeted. And it's kind of weird because, and I'm kind of agreeing with Sully here because I'm a homer, but I think Carson Wentz is deserving a lot of hate. And in Washington's eyes, because Washington's always going to get shitted on because that's just what happens in the world. But my thing is, what else did you want this organization to do? Because Russell Wilson, we offered more than Denver did. That was reported. And they said no because they didn't want to trade in the conference. So we tried going for him. We called every single fucking team out there, including the Chiefs, who is never going to trade Patrick Mahomes. So we did our due diligence and we tried getting an elite level quarterback. Did you want us to draft a quarterback? Because we still can. Carson Wentz is basically guaranteed money just for this next season and doesn't fucking matter what happens after the season. Be shit, it's easy to replace him. And if we draft a Willis or Pickett that's there at 11, Willis or Pickett is probably not going to have much action this season regardless because his QB draft class is so bad regardless. So the opportunity still at 11 to get a quarterback is still remaining possible. Now, Carson Wentz, in my opinion, is a big upgrade over Taylor Heineke. We said that when we did our QB tiers, and I think we can all agree on that. Carson Wentz, the biggest reason why so many people are sitting on it and the biggest reason why I hate it is because we're taking on the full $28 million is what we're owing him next year. If we would have worked out some sort of deal or some sort of whatever, fixing up the contract to where we're paying less of that and Indianapolis is taking some of that, I'd be much happy about this whole situation. But the fact that we had $32 million in cap space, 28 of it is now going to Carson Wentz. Now, after that, Landon Collins, we decided to cut, which saves us $6.2 million. At that, obviously, now we're in a position to where it's more than just the $4 million. That we could have had an effort to really go out and get an Amari Cooper, who Dallas has now talked about. He's probably not going to return there. You pair him up with Terry. That's in a really better wide receiver room that has struggled for the past
Curtis Samuel.
decade. Curtis Samuel cannot stay on the fucking field to save his life. So he's going to probably play 4 games next year.
Stay on the field. Can't even get on the field. Didn't even
so
start the season.
No.
I know. I was making a joke, but
he played like 3 games.
So your jokes aren't good.
Well, he's fired up right now, so he didn't get the delivery.
And yeah, no, but regardless though, I'm fine with it just because, like I said, we go back a year before. We love to trade for, a lot of people love to trade for Indianapolis and Carson Wentz. They thought everyone was saying if you put Carson Wentz with a good O-line, a great defense, he's going to do really well. Now, he didn't do really well. He wasn't like his past MVP self. But like Sully has said, he's threw for 27 touchdowns. He was a really solid quarterback before his collapse. And I think if we can get some version of that, I don't think it'll be an amazing Carson Wentz we're getting, but could we be a fringe playoff team? Potentially. But at the same time, I ask myself, what fucking good does that do to us if we're just going to be like a mediocre team? But
yeah, I think it's kind of like a fan pleaser a little bit. Like I don't think Washington, like you said, they did their due diligence and trying to get a long-term option at quarterback. They don't see a long-term option in the draft potentially. I mean, they still might draft a quarterback, but this is kind of just like a middle bridge for them. And I think they're okay with that. I mean, a first-round pick for like a bridge guy is very strange, but at the end of the day, I think it's kind of like Washington is just fed up with this carousel at QB, and I think the fans are as well, and I think they've realized that. And I think that, Wentz isn't the worst. Wentz, he's not bad, like I said. So I don't think it's horrible. That's my take.
I still think the possibility of Wentz being more than just 1 year is still out there as well. And they understand that as well. Like there's a good chance that Carson Wentz, like if Carson Wentz has the same exact season next year that he did in Indianapolis, I think Washington would stick with him for another year. That's my feeling, because the best quarterback we've had that would put up a 27-7 season, whatever this specific statistics are, was Kirk Cousins. And that's all the way back in 2017, 2016. Like it was hard. It's hard for Washington to find their guy. So if they can get somewhat of a top 15 guy, I think they're going to ride with that and have the mindset of, all right, if we can build around him with excellent talent, like we saw with Carson Wentz. I know Carson Wentz was on a much talented scale and in Philadelphia, but if we can kind of replicate what they did, then maybe we're in position to make a play.
Yeah, I don't know. This trade just felt like doing a trade just to do the trade for me, for Washington. That's just kind of how it feels for me. And this was a big win for Indianapolis, though. They get off his entire contract and they get 2 day 2
But they
picks.
traded an elite quarterback. They lost.
Oh, no. Elites? They got Jimmy G on the way.
Oh, my God. He's staying with the Niners.
Oh, okay.
All
right. Well, Kurt.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
No,
So,
Kurt.
no,
Kurt. We got to
up.
talk about this.
Shut up.
We have to talk. No.
All right.
A little
good.
birdie named Carl Zottel.
Yep. He's listening.
I heard he wants Jordan Love. Sully,
Well,
you have a good question.
That was on February 10th. And then guess what? I got on the
That's great.
phone with him 2 minutes after the Wentz trade. You know what he says? I love the move.
He just loves any move. He just wants
Any
players,
move.
man. He just wants players. I
Any
respect
move.
it. I respect it.
He's just an optimistic fan. You got to respect it.
I have a question. If you're the Washington Commanders, would you, as a fan or as a GM, regardless, would you rather trade a second round pick for Carson Wentz or Jordan Love?
Okay, well, yeah. All right. It was all right. Never mind. Carson Wentz easily, like not even debate.
Not even
you're
a
crazy.
question. I'm going Jordan Love.
That
Dude,
No questions
Kurt.
asked.
you have to go for a long-term answer.
you have to understand something, Sam. He sucks. He sucks.
You have to start to say him something
That-
too. Carson Wentz is dog shit. Like,
he's
not dog
not
shit,
dog shit
but
though.
He's not very good. And there's no point in trading for him because you know exactly who he is. You know what he is at this point. He is 29 years old. You can get Jordan Love has played a game and a half of NFL football, and you can trade for him for Sam Darnold just went for a second round pick after sticking it up in the league for 8 years. And then now you get Jordan Love, who can at least be an upside play. You got to at least have some semblance of hope. You even said it yourself. If Carson Wentz gets maybe a playoff team,
there's no hope with Jordan Love.
There's no
hope with
you
Jordan
said there's
Love.
no point.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree. There probably is no hope. Obviously, the Packers would
probably not anything.
bend over
I know
backwards
there
for
is
Aaron
no hope with
Rodgers if
Jordan
they
Love.
know Jordan Love isn't very good. But I'm just saying.
You cannot tell me you enjoyed. You watched that Kansas City game.
Oh, I was miserable that whole game.
You probably wanted to chuck your eyeballs out of the window. That's like Carson Wentz is not that bad of a football player.
Every game last year. You did that every game last year.
All right, let me phrase it like this though. How many playoff games are you winning with Carson Wentz?
0.
Yeah, I don't think you're winning any with Jordan Love.
You don't know that though.
You have no idea.
Don't know.
I think you can win a playoff. I think you can win playoff games with Carson Wentz.
Has he ever won a playoff game? No.
I still think you can.
He's been cursed by the fucking devil to get a concussion in every single playoff game that he's in.
He will not play. He will never play in a playoff game because his body does not allow him to play in a playoff game.
Well,
he's a Horcrux, dude.
FedEx Field does a really good job
Yeah, exactly.
Non-injured. So
I think they just
All
want to tear all his
I do want
ACLs.
to ask you guys this really quick before we move on to Khalil Mack. We didn't really talk about this for the Colts though. If you're the Colts, you trade away Carson Wentz. Obviously, that relationship soured. We all agree Carson Wentz was not the answer there. It sounded like they're going to get Jimmy G, but like, do you guys kind of feel the same way where it's just like, what's the point? Like, there's no upside play there. It's just you're going to be a playoff team, but what's the point? You know?
What, getting Jimmy G?
Yeah. Like, do you think it's
Bro.
even worth it? Like,
I think
They're not getting
point.
Jimmy G. Jimmy G's staying on the Niners.
Just-
Two.
He's not.
if they get
First-
Derek Carr, then that's a big deal. But if they're not going to, I don't know. Never know.
The Niners went to the NFC Championship and played down to the last possession to the eventual Super Bowl winners. Their roster is very good. They have good coaching. Jimmy G is more experienced, and he's better than Trey Lance right now.
Yeah.
Trey
I
Lance
guess,
is going to get into the game, and he's inexperienced. There's been reports that he's not ready for the NFL yet. Everyone saw that one fucking throw in practice, and now they think he's fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Look, I think San Francisco, like I'm not going to argue this because I think San Francisco should stick with Jimmy G. You made a lot of great points. Like they with Jimmy G,
I only make great points.
They went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, and now, like you said, they were a play away. San Francisco, even coming in, we knew. I mean, week 18, we don't know if they're making the playoffs, but we all knew they were going to be a threat in the playoffs, and they eventually were. But it just seems like based on everything that I've been hearing, like at least I know, like you said, like there are reports about like Jordan. Oh, not what am I saying? Trey Lance and enough of fucking Jordan Love. With Trey Lance and like you said, he's maybe not ready. Him in practice has not been good, but I feel like just it's all been like written to where like
I agree. It's
Trey Lance is like
it's
the-
already
yes,
written
yes,
in script that
Like,
Trey
it's-
Lance
it's
is the
just-
successor.
like it just screams like the Mahomes instance with Alex Smith.
the thing is,
Yeah, but the thing is, Trey Lance isn't Patrick Mahomes.
and
But
the thing is,
no one thought Patrick Mahomes would be like Patrick Mahomes was a later pick than he was.
Okay. No one thought. You mean the people on Twitter or the people inside the Chiefs organization?
guys,
Yeah, that's great. Maybe Trey Lance is the next Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco.
No, maybe the people inside this organization know he's not that good.
How do you know that?
I don't know that.
Okay. so-
guys,
I don't know
they
anything.
traded 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. They have to play him.
They don't have to do anything.
They already sat him for a year.
Yeah, you know when
And
it's his
guys,
time, man.
and Sully, you bringing up the whole thing about Jimmy G? Oh my fucking god! The
What?
Green Bay Packers playoff game, Jimmy G did fuck all. He did nothing in that game. They won that
Who-
game because Green Bay was incompetent.
Sam, who,
Green Bay scored one. Did he score a touchdown in that game? They didn't even score a touchdown.
What, Green Bay?
one on the
Yeah.
opening drive.
Yeah, no, we scored a
One
touchdown on the
touchdown.
opening drive. No, but Jimmy G did fuck all in that game. They got a field goal.
Aaron
and they
Rodgers.
Yeah,
scored-
what
they
did Aaron
scored a
Rodgers do that
touchdown.
game?
What did Aaron
No,
Rodgers
I'm
do?
not bringing up that part. Because
Exactly.
we're talking
That
about
was
But
a
your
fucking
argument
wash
is
of a
the
game.
only.
It's a
no,
wash of a
hold on.
game. It's a
Your
wash of a
argument
game.
is
no.
so
It's a
good.
wash of a
Hold on,
game. It's a
hold on,
wash of
hold
a
on.
game, dude.
No.
It's a wash.
Let me talk.
Wash
Let
it
me
down.
talk.
Just
Let
with
me
a
talk.
sponge.
Let me talk. Let me
Let
talk.
me eat this salad while you talk.
I'm listening to you eat your salad. So I got you. Let me talk. So in that game, Jimmy G did fuck all. Okay. Aaron Rodgers did fuck all too, but he did fuck all. They did not win that game because of Jimmy. They won it because of their defense playing elite football
Listen,
and the Packers special teams being so incompetent to the point of unbelievability. The Packers special teams lost them that game. The Niners did not win that game because of that. And the reason, and then also you go to the Rams playoff game. You want to know how they lost that game? Because Jimmy G couldn't fucking play in the fourth quarter because he doesn't have the chops to win you big
Okay.
games.
And the Niners fucking
And
defensive
they won
back.
the NFC Championship with Jimmy G in 2019 because of their running game and the Packers being incompetent on defense. Do you see a trend
And
here?
the Niners dropped a pick that would have they would have went to the fucking Super Bowl. It was like a punt return, dude. He dropped it.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know if they went to the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow, the Bengals blow them the fuck out.
Sam.
No, they
Because
don't.
they can't
That-
score.
that-
Joe Burrow
that's-
Because
gets
they won't be
sacked.
able to score.
Joe Burrow gets sacked 14 times by Nick Bosa alone.
And guess what? They shut down the. You remember how the Bengals shut down the Rams running game? They shut down the Niners running game then. And then guess what? Jimmy G
That
has
was
to
the
throw.
Rams.
Oh, guess what happens when Jimmy G has to throw? He
The
throws
Rams
like,
running game sucks.
Sam, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Are the Niners a much better team when he is starting for them?
Oh, we haven't seen.
Have
Trey
they
Lance.
been to the
They
Super?
are-
Have they been
They-
to the Super Bowl
Yes,
and the
they
NFC
have.
Championship with Jimmy
They
G?
have.
All right. So at
They
some
have.
point,
Are you
can't-
supporting Jimmy G?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Fucking go, man.
Kurt,
At some
Kurt
point,
wants to be stuck with Jimmy G, knowing
At
that he's
so-
stuck at some point.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. At some point, you got to be like, there comes a point to where he's had just so much success, you can't argue. You can make excuses and all of that. He's found
Guys.
success. He wins football games.
Yeah.
We
And
literally
your fucking quarterback doesn't win football
Guys,
games, all right?
Is
Guys,
that
guys.
guaranteed with Trey Lance?
No, but you also traded 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance, and you can't just afford to have him sit on the bench again.
He's
To
young,
me-
man.
He's good.
You want to only have 2 years of Trey Lance to assess him after spending your whole future on him? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Guys,
I want 1 year.
we,
Fuck
liter-
it.
we literally just did a quarterback tier list 1 week ago, where we all agreed Jimmy G was above average, and that was it. He was not even in the top 10, wasn't even close.
Where was Trey Lance on that list?
We didn't have him on the list because
Yeah,
we
because
don't
you
know.
don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know. You
But
know
they
Jimmy G's
also
solid.
traded 3 first-round picks for him. It's not like the Packers where they have Jordan Love, who they take in the late first, and they just
I'm
did a
telling
flyer
you.
on him.
I never want
Where
to talk
they
about
also
Jordan
have a
Love ever
two-time
again.
MVP.
I'm telling you.
It's not like you're replacing a 4-time MVP.
The
It's you're
ball
replacing
bounces.
an okay quarterback.
The ball bounces a different way. We're looking at the Niners as Super Bowl champions.
Well, guess what? He didn't catch the fucking ball, so who cares?
I'm just saying, Jimmy. They know their
Sully,
roster's
didn't
good.
you
They
pick
know
the
Jimmy
Bengals
G.
to win the Super Bowl?
No.
No, wait.
No,
In
no.
the Super Bowl preview
What the
pod.
fuck? No, I
Wait.
did not.
Oh, you weren't there. That's right. Okay.
I did not do that. I
Yeah.
picked the Bengals to go to the AFC Championship because I'm a genius.
Oh, yes.
But besides that,
But Sully,
I'm not saying if the Niners got there, they would have beat the Bengals.
you
or
just said that they would be Super Bowl champions.
I'm saying we
You
could
did
be
say that.
looking at Super Bowl champions.
Literally-
No.
You did not say good.
No,
You said they would be.
I said go back, fucking VOD review this shit.
I-
This is my exact statement. If
All
the
right.
ball bounces a different way, we could be looking at
You didn't say
49ers
that.
Super Bowl
You did not
champions.
say
You
that.
did. I will
No.
defend Sam.
No,
you
no.
You said
Put a gun
if
to
Jimmy
my
G
head.
gets to the
Put a gun
Super
to my
Bowl,
head.
they are defeating the
No.
Bengals. Yes, Sam. Didn't he say
Said
that?
they are-
Oh,
you said they're
oh,
Super Bowl champions.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Time out. What happened was Sam said Joe Burrow would have shit on the Niners, and I said Nick Bosa
No,
would
you
have
said
sacked
something before. You
Joe
said something
Burrow
before that too.
And guess
15
what?
times alone.
The
That wasn't
Bengals
saying they
almost
would've
beat
won.
the Rams, and Joe Burrow got tied for the amount of sacks in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it would
And the
have been
Rams
more.
are a better team.
It would have been
And they
even more.
won that game because they had Matthew fucking Stafford at quarterback. Do you
Dude,
know who the Niners have? Not Matthew Stafford at quarterback. They have fucking Jimmy G.
Hey, Jimmy G did lead them in that Week 18 drive, though.
Oh, shiver me timbers.
That's true.
He's that
He
guy.
beat the
In
Rams.
the playoffs, he did nothing.
He beat
did
the Rams.
nothing.
He beat the Super Bowl champions. The Niners won the Super Bowl.
Did
Essentially.
he beat
Jimmy
the
G
Super Bowl
is a
champions
Super
in
Bowl
the NFC
champ, Sam.
championship? No. No.
All right.
Did he beat the Super Bowl champs in the NFC championship? No,
Listen.
he didn't.
Listen, if your only argument for it's not your only argument, but your main argument for starting Trey Lance is because you spent for 3 first-round picks, go spend 3 first-round picks and you have a great roster and go win 6 games because he has 28 interceptions. That's all I'm
So
saying.
Sully, you're telling me, this is what you're telling me. You're saying, hey, let's trade 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance, okay?
No,
Let's do
that was their own
And then-
mistake. That was their own mistake. That's in the
You
past.
thought you love the trade. I swear.
But
Yeah,
so-
Trey Lance is money.
Sully,
But it's
Sully.
not time.
Sully, you're telling me, hey, let's trade 3 first-round picks for
No,
Trey
no, no.
Lance. And then let's just not play him.
All
Let's
right,
just
let
not
me-
do it. Let's just have Jimmy G play for the entire time. While
Let me
Trey Lance-
backtrack. Let me make one more statement. This is my final statement I'm making on this topic. When I say Jimmy G is going to stay with the Niners, I'm saying that 20% because it's not 100% because I think that's what they should do. It's partly because I think that they have a good roster. I think that's what they're kind of thinking. I think that although there has been some rifts and obviously it's kind of out in the public that they kind of do want to get rid of him, but at the same time, they know their roster is really good right now. They need someone that has experience and that has been there before and that they know is solid. Jimmy G's not turning the ball over 3 times a game. He's not a loose cannon, all that shit. He makes plays when he needs to. He's decent. He's pretty good. He's above average on our tier list. They know what they're going to get out of him for the most part. If the ball falls a different way, they're Super Bowl champions. Not many teams can say that in the NFL.
You literally said earlier that you didn't say that they were Super Bowl champions. And then you just said the ball falls a different way and they're Super Bowl champions.
If the ball falls a different way, they could be Super Bowl champions. Okay, regardless of what I said, that's what I meant.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
And that's true. That's true.
It's a what if though.
It is a what if.
We don't like what ifs on the pod.
We hate what ifs on this pod.
But there's a greater possibility of that what if happening than Trey Lance coming in and throwing for 40 touchdowns.
I agree. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to throw for 40 touchdowns for Trey Lance to make the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but you also don't need him to turn the ball over 20 times, which he easily could do.
Hey, Sully.
That's a what if.
Jimmy G stats from last year?
I don't give a shit about his stats. How many wins did he have?
20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
A fucking money. MVP.
Money? That's MVP numbers. Sully,
Carson Wentz blows him out of the water.
No.
That's my commander.
Sully, I'm going to ask you this, Sully.
Commander Carson?
The Colts trade for Jimmy G. Let's say the Colts trade for Jimmy G next week, okay? Let's say that.
Great trade. Super Bowl champs.
Okay,
Super Bowl champs. If the ball falls the right way, they're Super Bowl champs.
I was going to ask, in the AFC, what does that do for you? What does it do for you in a conference that has quarterbacks
I'll tell you right
like
now. I know you weren't
Patrick
talking to me.
Mahomes, Russell
Nothing.
Wilson,
That's
Justin
why I don't
Herbert.
think they should trade for him.
If the Colts get Jimmy G.
What are you even arguing?
The Niners should keep Jimmy G.
What are you? I'm confused.
This all does depend
Sully,
on how
I am
good Trey
so
Lance is.
confused by your
Yeah, me too.
Kurt, you had Kurt at the start of this, and now, like, over time, you've lost it.
No. My entire argument this entire time is that Jimmy G is going to stay with the Niners. That's what I've been arguing.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
your
threw in a little bit
reasoning-
of like he's money, ball falls the turn away, and we're
I'm
lost.
fucking with you guys, dude.
My stance is that the Colts trade for Jimmy G, they're winning 5 Super Bowls in a row because he's just the best QB in the league.
That's
money.
a good stance. That's a good
He's
stance.
money. That's why.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
stance.
no, he has to get to Commander Carson first. But once you do that, then you're good. All right, let's move on.
God, that was probably one of the most passionate arguments we've had on this podcast.
Had a lot of fun. Let's have more fun and talk about Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is going to the Chargers in exchange for a 2nd-round pick and a 6th-round pick. Big splash by the Chargers. They get a pass rusher to pair up with Joey Bosa. Should be a lot of fun to see what they can do on the edge. Boys, and a Chargers defense that I think we can agree was a little, I guess, underperforming. I don't know if that's the right word last year. They obviously get Khalil Mack, who was fantastic, even in Vegas, now with Chicago. You bring him to LA now. What does this do with LA? I see a lot of people going on Twitter and saying, hey, this team just screams Super Bowl contender already with Justin Herbert in his 3rd year. You get Khalil Mack now on this defense. Are we buying into the Chargers hype?
I think it's a really, really good trade for the Chargers. I'll leave it at that.
I love your insight.
I think you team them up, obviously, with Joey Bosa on the other side, who's one of the best pass rushers in the league as well. Them together, I mean, a lot of people, I think, look at Khalil Mack, and I feel like he might have disappointed a little bit in the second half of his Chicago stint. He was there for 2 years. This was going to be his 3rd year coming up, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I feel like, last year, I feel like he got hurt last year.
He was injured.
Yeah,
last year.
like you didn't really hear about him. He kind of just disappeared a little bit. Obviously, injury will do that to you. But I think you put him next to someone like Joey Bosa, also Staley's the head coach. They should be able to have a really good season together. And I think that's kind of what the Chargers need. Pass rushers are probably a top 3 position in the NFL in terms of, leading to team success. So you get a guy like Khalil Mack for a 2nd-round pick. here's the thing. Go to Wikipedia right now, look up all your fucking drafts in the past 20 years and go to the second round. There's a lot of fucking horrible players
Have we had
in the second round. There's a lot of good ones too.
I think
there's a lot of bad ones.
I don't know if we've debated this on this podcast, but I know it's been like a topic of discussion, and it's like a lot of people.
How much are picks really worth?
Right. A lot of people overvalue them.
Yeah.
And I think we're all kind of in agreement that
the Rams kind of showed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think the narrative might be a little different towards the Rams in 4 years when we kind of see how if their team deteriorates and it's an absolute disaster. But at the end of the day, only one team can win the championship a year. And
that's the thing. And that's why like we applauded LA go to NBA, the Lakers when they made the trade for AD. We applauded the Rams.
It's the Raptors. The Raptors for Kawhi is like the ultimate
because
example.
They didn't trade a ton though. They didn't trade a ton of picks.
Well, they didn't, but they only got him for 1 year. That was the thing.
But look at the Lakers. They traded a shit ton for Anthony Davis, right? They want a ring. Sorry, the dog's barking. Don't know if you can hear it.
No, we love dogs.
Right,
he's talking about Jimmy G.
Yeah, no, he's fired up. He wants to go.
He's fired up.
No one's going to care that Anthony Davis and the Lakers suck now because everyone's going to look back at that trade and be like, they want a ring. Like that's.
Well, it was a Mickey Mouse ring, but.
You got to talk about the Drew Holiday trade if you want to get a real example of this.
Sure, I'm just
and
saying.
The Bucks are still good.
A lot of teams, we've seen it in the past. They go aggressive, get that second, third star. They need to win a ring, and then it doesn't matter the draft picks. And those draft picks probably turn out to be like shitter pants, so it doesn't matter.
Shitter pants.
And it's like this. Like you're getting Khalil Mack for a second. I mean, guys, Khalil Mack is a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And people are forgetting that this dude was excellent for the Bears every single year except last year. But he was still good last year when he played. He just got hurt last year. This is the first season he's had in his entire career where he's played less than, I think, 14 games. And every single year he was with the Bears, he was great, except last year because he was hurt. He's a defensive player of the year. He was a freaking pressure monster. I mean, we all know Khalil Mack. He's a monster. And putting him with Joey Bosa is awesome. Getting him for nothing, getting him for a second round pick and not having to trade a first, that's a huge deal. That's a huge win for the Chargers. To just iron out this defensive line because this defensive line is, it's rough. We saw it last year and it was a big deal in that Raiders game at the end of the season. And obviously that's going to be their number one priority this offseason. Last year it was getting an offensive line for Justin Herbert. This year it's a defensive line to, rush the passer and also stop the run. Because what also Khalil Mack brings to your defensive line is run defense because their run defense was the worst in the league last year. And Khalil Mack is one of the best edge-setting run defenders in the league as a edge player. So getting him in there in a system that he's already familiar with, a system that he thrived in Chicago. I mean, Brandon Staley was the outside linebackers coach in Chicago when Khalil Mack first got there and the Bears went to the playoffs. So there's already familiarity there. We kind of were like connecting the dots of this potential trade ahead of time. And I mean, the Chargers had a ton of money to spend. I mean, they're committing to Justin Herbert. They're trying to maximize his rookie contract. I mean, you saw it the other day. They extend Mike Williams for a big contract. And now they're getting Khalil Mack in here. They are all in on Justin Herbert. And they also saw what the Broncos are doing with getting Russell Wilson. So they have to keep up with this division. And I think this is a great move in order to do that. How do you guys feel about it for the Bears side?
I'm fine with it. The Bears are fucked.
Do you guys see they have
$120
million in cap
I
next
did
year?
see that. I did see that. Yeah.
I think a team should just never spend their money for 8 years in a row.
There is a team. It's called the Colts. The Colts don't spend money.
Yeah, no, but the Bears have 120 million. Get 200 million. Actually, you can't do that because
you just field a practice squad roster.
No, seriously.
But then 1 year you just go crazy.
Nah, that's like you had 120 mil. All you do is just sign practice squad and you sign your draft picks. Next year, you just go and you sign every single fucking player.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, crazy. To be fair, that 120 million is a little bit misleading because they only have 20 players under contract next year. So they're gonna have to extend a couple.
They're doing the strategy.
I know.
They're not even fielding a team.
We're seeing, after the Carson Wentz trade, the Colts got $30 million more in cap space, and they're not going to use it because the Colts don't use cap space. They never do. That cap space is going to go towards Jimmy fucking Garoppolo probably. And I don't want to. Don't talk. I'm not bringing this up. But they don't spend money. They just don't. They save it for other people. And I mean, the Bears. I hope with this new management, maybe it'll be more. Well, I don't hope because obviously they're a division rival, but they're looking like they're gearing up for a big 2023, where they're going to try and maximize Justin Fields best they can. And that makes sense with given the climate of the NFC North and Aaron Rodgers being back. Makes sense to kind of take it back a little bit and recognize where you're at. And I think that's the best thing for a team to do is to recognize where they are at and have a self-awareness of what situation they're in. Teams like the Bears now are realizing that, and they're trading away Khalil Mack, who had a $30 million cap hit. He obviously wasn't fitting your future plans, so trade him away. I mean, not getting a first-round pick sucks, but he's also 31 years old, so I can't really do anything about it.
I also think Chicago's the best team in the league because they just signed an App State player. So
I thought they released them.
Nice.
I thought they released him.
No, the Titans did, and Chicago was like, "You just
they signed Darrington Evans."
Yeah,
wow.
App State legend. Don't forget whenever you say Darrington Evans, you gotta say App State legend. Darrington Evans.
I have a question. Are you holding a back scratcher, Kurt?
No, it's my golf club.
It's a pen.
I got 3 of them.
I thought that was a back scratcher.
Yeah, they're all pens. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I think we should buy a team and implement our theory that we should just save as much.
I'm down.
We should get in on buying the Broncos with Kanye and AB. I think we should do that.
I'm so down.
I'm down. I have connections.
Yo, Sam, you're an NFL owner. Why don't you go talk to
I am an NFL owner.
That's true.
I am an
NFL
NFL owner.
Go.
I have the certificate. Wait, let
like-
me grab it. Let me grab it.
Yeah.
I gotta show it on the pod.
Jamie, pull that shit up. We needed Jamie.
You guys
Big
never
deal.
seen
Yeah, we got you, Kurt. We'll be Kurt. Pull that shit up.
I feel like that's more Sam's role. He does that more than I do.
Yeah, he does. We'll be Sam Joe.
All right. Well,
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god, that's insane.
There it is.
that's big time.
Holy shit.
Let me read it.
Yeah,
From
please do.
President Mark Murphy.
He said, "Fuck you, Sam."
He wrote it like specifically to you.
Here. Yeah. The signature definitely isn't printed on the piece of paper. Totally. Dear Packers shareholder, it doesn't say my name. You know?
What?
Thank you for your recent purchase of the stock of the Green Bay Packers. You can now say you're an NFL owner. Your ownership of the Packers is the ultimate in fan support. Yeah, guys. So basically, I'm paying for Aaron Rodgers' $200 million contract. I'm pretty excited.
Well,
And it says Samuel Berghammer is the owner of 1 shares of the no par value common stock of the Green Bay Packers Inc.
nice.
Not bad.
Well, yeah. So you guys are like in cap hell, but you're just gonna release everyone, Sam. All right. You're gonna start from scratch, and you just go boom, 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 and you're gonna sign, and you're like Schefter, Rappaport's gonna tweet something every second. That's how we do business.
I mean, guys, the $300 I paid for this piece of paper, it's gonna fund our signing of fucking Devontae Adams' extension, Chandler Jones. We're gonna sign literally every fucking free agent.
Are you signing Chandler Jones?
Yeah,
Huh.
definitely. And J.C. Jackson, and Teron Armstead.
We're getting everyone on the market.
Well, that's
Even
what our
guys-
team's gonna do.
Oh yeah, that's what the Giants are gonna do with no cap space. Yeah.
Well, no, we've released everyone. We don't have any roster spots.
Sully, you're signing Mitchell Trubisky.
That's a disaster. Mitchell Trubisky's kind of fire though. He's a good guy.
Oh, dude, his interview on PMT.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Great.
I fuck with
All
him.
right.
He could be my franchise quarterback.
Last topic for today. Well, I first want to mention Max Crosby did sign the 4-year, $100 million contract. Good for him. Good
If I
job,
was
Raiders.
AFC, we love Max.
Let's go, baby. That's
Yeah,
just round of
baby.
applause. He actually just called me. He's coming on the podcast next week. So good for
Nope,
Max.
he's not doing that.
Okay. But Deshaun Watson, we'll spend a couple minutes on this, but basically will not be charged.
Here we
after
go.
investigation.
Time to get canceled. Speed run edition.
No, I'm just saying. I just wanted to say he's.
It's my time to get.
We're not gonna talk about our opinions on the whole situation.
He's
We're
just
not gonna do
basically
that.
he's not charged after an investigation with sexual assault, harassment allegations. So basically now he is, I guess, I don't want to say like fully cleared, but
He can still get suspended.
Yeah.
But
Do you
let's not brush over
Do you
that.
think
he definitely
that?
can.
I think a team should have taken a chance on him before all this. Think they could have got him for less?
No.
You think it'd be the same price for the Texans?
Everyone knew he was going to get cleared at some point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
Where's-
he'll
so
probably
where-
get suspended for a few weeks and then he'll be back.
Where'd
Like-
he go?
There's a lot of buzz about Seattle, which is kind of interesting.
That would be disgusting. I would hate every second of that.
The Niners
Or the Panthers.
To be
The Niners.
backs up Jimmy G.
Because Trey Lance is gone. Forget about that.
Yeah. I think the Panthers are just too desperate to not trade everything they have for Deshaun Watson.
I
think
mean,
it's-
Miami should be sending everything they have.
They're out the
Facts.
door. They're out the
Facts.
door. They got
You're not
Zimmer's
out the
Tua.
door when Tua's your quarterback. You
Yeah.
just go right back in.
You're never out the door.
Speaking of doors, I'm
It's-
not
Wheels
bringing
are
that
doors.
up.
It's
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 doors.
wheels.
No,
It's
it's
wheels.
doors. It's
It's
doors.
Wheels.
It's doors.
Wheels.
but whatever.
Every single time there is a wheel,
Wheels.
there is a door.
I
No.
just like so many people.
That's not true at all.
If you're in a car, is there a door on a car?
I don't give a shit about cars.
Okay, then what other wheels are there?
An office chair.
Yeah, true.
It's doors.
It's
still
doors,
No,
though.
it's
it's
still
wheels.
doors.
It's
Think of
wheels.
skyscrapers. Every single time you walk in a door, there's more doors behind that door.
Yeah, and what are in the rooms? Office chairs.
Not always.
And an office chair has multiple wheels. It doesn't have one door. A toy car, does it have doors? No. It
Yeah.
has wheels though. No,
You can put your
most,
little guys in the car.
most toy cars don't have operable doors. They have wheels though.
Sully's an expert on toy cars.
I'm holding strong on doors. It's
I think
I
you're
think I am
very
too.
wrong.
I think I am too.
so
Okay.
The one thing you have is cruise ships. I'll give you cruise ships.
that's true.
There's not many wheels on a cruise ship.
But
airplane.
even that, like the
that
casino, you're gonna get a shit ton of chairs and like that has wheels on them.
That's facts. Wheels.
But it's still doors. Don't get it twisted.
All right. Last. What are we talking about?
That's it.
Deshaun Watson.
That's it.
Yeah,
We're
we
done.
never.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got pick- What team you guys?
What
think?
team? Giants.
Commanders.
Really?
Backing up once.
The Giants should
did
trade
you guys?
for
It's
Deshaun.
funny on PMT. PFT was talking with Adam Schefter when they did their interview, and like 4 days before it, he was like, Adam Schefter was like, "Well, there's not a lot of movement," because he asked him who he thinks the Commanders is going to get because PFT is a Commanders fan. Obviously.
Adam Schefter doesn't know shit.
And Schefter was like, I mean, maybe it's Wentz. There's not a lot of movement outside of Wentz, like maybe Deshaun Ball. We all knew that, right? And PFT was like, if we get Carson Wentz, I'm literally like gonna shoot myself, and was just like saying so much shit. And it was
I
so
think
funny.
I saw a video of him like walking
And
in
then
the
his reaction
Barstool
was-
HQ.
yeah.
Yeah,
His reaction
that
was
was
so
funny. That was funny.
Soon that's gonna be a video of you, Kurt,
Yeah, Kurt.
going viral.
When
Kurt
you
reacts
guys
to the
trade for
Commanders
Jimmy
QB.
We
Barstool
trade for Jimmy G next year
is the most
after he starts for the Niners this year.
Oh, Jimmy G's winning a ring this
Yeah.
year.
And next
Oh,
year.
gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Barstool is what were you gonna say about Barstool?
I just fucking love Barstool. They're just so fucking entertaining. But all sports culture is better still. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. You heard
Don't
it
get
here.
it twisted.
That's gonna be it for today's episode. Until next time, I think that's
but
really
we
it,
know
right?
what next time is. A bracket, baby.
Oh.
Madness. Get
Yeah, next
pumped.
time we got March Madness. I'm honestly not as excited as I usually am. I'm not gonna lie.
You're sackless,
I hate
dude.
you.
You're
I hate you.
sackless.
Throw me in the sackless tier.
No,
You're already. You've been in it. You've been in it. You're in the zingless and
I
sackless.
fucking
no,
own that shit.
There's no one in Zinglas. It's just Tua. That is
It's just
in the
Tua.
entire world.
I literally have more zing than Tua.
You do.
You do. I don't know about height, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm 6'2". All
Are
right,
you?
guys, that's gonna be it. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcast. Like, subscribe to the new YouTube channel, and follow the Instagram. We make some posts there occasionally, and obviously follow our Instagram at our Sports Culture 85K. We're booming. That's
Like
all I gotta
AB
say.
and Kanye when we're gonna
Business
buy the
is booming,
Broncos.
baby. We're buying the Broncos. Until next time, goodbye.